But first, we check in with our very own Frank Luntz. He is with a group of, well, undecided voters, focus group voters in one of our favorite swing states. Frank, take it away.
Sean, I'm at the Encore Theater in the Great Steve Wynn Hotel, and we had something remarkable happen tonight. Let's get a wide shot of this group. Now remember, Nevada's seen more campaign ads than any other state in America. How many of you voted for Barack Obama in 2008? Raise your hands. A whole lot of these people. How many of you are staying with Barack Obama in 2012? So how many of you switched and are now supporting Mitt Romney in 2012? Raise your hands if you're Romney people. Sean, we had a remarkable change here. I want to know a word or phrase to describe Mitt Romney's performance tonight.
Forceful to presidential.
Confident and realistic.
Presidential.
Presidential and enthusiastic.
Our next president.
Dynamo winner.
Knowledgeable and sincere.
Steady and articulate.
Now, Vicki, you didn't vote. You voted for Obama in 2008.
That's correct.
So what is it about?
He seems on the defensive, and he's always ready to get a debate issue or not stay on track.
And you voted for Obama.
Yes. He just didn't deliver, and in the two debates, he didn't explain anything. He didn't show what you're going to do for the future, and I can't take 4 more years of the same.
Did you think Obama performed well? Yes or no?
No.
So what was the issue?
I think rather than defend his own record, he just attacked, and that's no way to win a presidency.
Robin?
It was just mediocre. But what I was saying earlier, undecided. I was not undecided between Obama and Romney. I was undecided between Romney and not voting, as unfortunately quite a number of people that I know are in that category. I was extremely favorably impressed.
With Mitt Romney?
Yes.
Because?
Because I heard what I wanted to hear. I heard you're going to take away taxes on investment income.
Oh, wait, I want to know one thing. How did Ruth Bader Ginsburg get into my focus group?
I liked how Mitt Romney said that we as Americans don't have to settle for what we've been going through.
I think Barack Obama had a chance at the end to share more of his heart and who he is, and he missed it. He didn't answer the question.
All night long. The president was on the defense all night long, and we only got one question on Libya, and he was totally on the defense about that.
Now, because he lied about everything. He lied to get elected in 2008. That's why I voted for him. I bought his bull, and he's lied about everything. He hasn't come through on anything, and he's been bullshitting the public with the media behind him.
John, I apologize. You cannot do that. I want to defend Barack Obama.
Well, he supports women's rights. I'm very concerned about them being stripped away. We fought so hard to get them, and I don't want to go backwards. Barack Obama supports women's rights.
One more.
Women are a huge part of this country. We are the breadwinners in a lot of homes. And we can't have a slick guy coming in to office who, based on his belief system, doesn't believe women should work outside.
Is Romney slick?
No.
Yes or no? Is Romney slick? No. Is Romney anti-woman?
No.
You're going to have the final comment right there.
I can't think of any time or any place that I've ever seen Mitt Romney say, we're going back to the Stone Ages. And, and we're going to make abortion illegal. I don't know where this came from, but I don't think it came from Mitt Romney.
Did Romney win your vote today?
Pardon me?
Did Romney win your vote today?
He did, yes.
He won it. Sean, this is as significant as what we had in Denver 10 days ago. This group really swung, and we'll find out a little bit later on in your show exactly what moved them. Back to you.
All right, we're going to check in with Frank Luntz. Frank, another great job, and we're going to check back with him in a few minutes with this focus group. Incredible insight. And for more instant analysis of tonight's face-off, we head back to Las Vegas to check in with our very own Frank Luntz and his group of undecided swing state voters. And they are at, well, one of my favorite places, I have to admit, Frank, the Wynn, Las Vegas. And Frank, you're being very nice tonight to everybody there, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, Sean. And by the way, if anyone wants to participate in one of these focus groups, because we still got several more coming up, just go to lunchglobal.com and they can. Now, you heard that CBS has it 2-1. I want to refresh people. How many of you thought that Barack Obama won this debate? Raise your hands. And how many of you thought Mitt Romney won this debate? Now, I want to show you, Sean, they're using these dials to react on a second-by-second basis. The red line represents swing Republicans, the green line swing Democrats. On the issue of taxes, Barack Obama performed particularly well. Let's take a look, and then I'm going to ask this group why Romney had the advantage on tax policy. Take a look.
I want to bring the rates down. I want to simplify the tax code, and I want to get middle-income taxpayers to have lower taxes. And the reason I want middle-income taxpayers to have lower taxes is because middle-income taxpayers have been buried over the past 4 years. You've seen, as middle-income people in this country, incomes go down $4,300 a family, even as gasoline prices have gone up $2,000. Health insurance premiums up $2,500. Food prices up. Utility prices up. The middle-income families in America have been crushed over the last 4 years. So I want to get some relief to middle-income families.
What was it? What was it about that? It was one of the rare moments when both Republicans and Democrats agreed. Why?
I'm convinced that people understand that Mitt Romney wants to help, not hurt job creators, and that may be an issue we have in this election.
When he's talking about tax policy, for you it's an economic issue?
It is. It's more important. I'm not a job creator, but for me, to have our country move forward and to get back to the good times, we need to have our job creators create jobs.
David?
Look, a middle-income American isn't going to benefit one nickel if Mitt Romney pays half the taxes or double the taxes. The issue is leaving funds in the hand of the job creators, and Obama's in fantasy land in that regard.
By lowering the taxes for everybody, it allows that money to go back into the economy productively, and it stimulates growth all the way across the line.
Now, I want to compare this to what Barack Obama said on tax policy, because you didn't feel as favorable to that. Let's take a look at the Dow scores for President Obama on taxes.
My philosophy on taxes has been simple, and that is I want to give middle-class families and folks who are striving to get in the middle class some relief, because they have been hit hard over the last decade, over the last 15, over the last 20 years. So 4 years ago, I stood on stage just like this one. Actually, it was at a town hall, and I said I would cut taxes for middle-class families, and that's what I've done, by $3,600. I said I would cut taxes for small businesses, who are the drivers and engines of growth, and we've cut them 18 times.
You know, Frank, I want to add to this, because this is the fundamental question. And Governor Romney tonight said a couple of things that really I thought were devastating to the president, an indictment of his policies. We don't have to live like this. $5 trillion in debt, that doesn't add up. $16 trillion national debt. Obama said about George Bush's $4 trillion that it was irresponsible, unpatriotic. That was over 8 years. He said we're on the road to Greece, Romney said. I've balanced budgets my whole life. He went on to say that, you've got your chance. He talked about the middle class under Obama, 1 in 6 in poverty, 17 million more Americans on food stamps, 47 in total, 47 million, and the economy slower this year than last year than the year before. I thought it was a devastating indictment. I want to know what the focus group thinks.
And I want to add one more. How many of you were either unemployed or had an immediate family member who was unemployed over the last 4 years? Raise your hands. See, this is pretty significant. So which one connected to you on the points that Sean just mentioned in terms of the economic difference? Which of those two?
I think Romney. Because of his position on helping small businesses primarily, and seeing that he's really strong about creating jobs.
I agree with him. Romney sounds very intelligent when he talks about business, and he understands what a businessman needs.
Jump in.
He is a businessman, and he's proved that he is one. He's done very, very well.
Obama talked about giving a tax cut to 95% of Americans. I did not get 1 penny tax cut, but when Romney talked about eliminating dividend and interest income tax, that will benefit me. It'll give me more money to spend.
Go ahead. You have the last word.
Yeah, they're both talking about the economy for middle class and everything. I'm concerned about this quantitative easing, where the Fed is pumping $40 billion a month into the economy, and that can cause hyperinflation, which is going to kill your savings account, everybody who's here.
Now remember, Sean, that this is one of the highest unemployment states, if not the highest, in America. that more ads have aired in the Las Vegas area than any city in America, and that these electoral votes are essential for the president, but there's a swing race for the Senate, a race for the House. If any state mattered in terms of this debate, it's this one. And tell America, shout it out, who won this debate? Mitt Romney, Sean.
Wow. Big night tonight for Governor Romney.